What's up? It's your boy Mike from AFTVAU back again with another video, and today I just wanted to talk about something regarding Arsenal, and it's just really something I want to say, I want to put out there because I feel like it's something that we as Arsenal fans all need to know, all need to remember, and it's a message for the Kronkes. Um, well, look, a couple weeks ago, 2-3 weeks ago, the Arsenal on their app, their website, their YouTube channel, posted up a video interview with Josh Kroenke, and among other things that we're talking about transfers and stuff. And Josh Kroenke essentially said that he was encouraging the team to be aggressive in the transfer market and that the fans should be excited because they were working on 3 or 4 signings, expensive. And in a sense, they have delivered with Nicolas Pepe, £72 million plus. There's also the Sabaya still that went through. You got Tierney, so that would make 3. And then assuming we get one more player, that would be 4. But are we really responding excited and whatever? In a sense, yes, but in a sense, no. On one hand, it's Nicolas Pepe, great attacker, only second to Mbappe in terms of league and top scorer last season. Looks like a really great winger, cut inside, shoot, causing problems. Him with Aubameyang and Lacazette, what a front three that is. What a front three. That I feel like we have a front three that can genuinely go toe-to-toe with Liverpool and Man City. But really, but still overall, we're nowhere near them. Don't get me twisted and get me wrong into thinking that I'm saying we're going to compete for the league with Liverpool and Man City just because we've got Pepe. We have an attack that to a level could compete with them, but as a whole round team and a squad, no, we're not there yet. We are definitely not there yet. We still got a lot of things we need to fix and then build on to be able to compete with the likes of Liverpool and Man City. That's going to be at least 2 or 3 seasons of real aggressive transfers and holding on to players. But anyway, another subject for another day. Like I said, it's great that we got Pepe, but I remember about 6 or 7 years ago, Arsenal were in a tough situation. We were off the back of losing Fabregas, losing Van Persie, Nasri, Song, who else? Did we lose anyone else? I can't remember. Oh, God, I don't remember. But we lost a fair few players. And we lost Clichy, that's right. And our squad was just not the greatest. We had Santi Cazorla and Lucas Podolski, and apart from that, we didn't really have jack shit at the time. We were such a poor team. And yeah, and honestly, if you put that team in the Premier League now, that's a Wolves level team. That's a Leicester level team. That's an Everton level team. But then what happened is Arsenal signed Mesut Ozil for £42 million, which at the time is probably like what we did now with signing Nicolas Pepe. A really exciting one, and the fans are absolutely buzzing and behind it. Next summer, Alexis, along with Ospina and Debussy and I think somebody else, I can't remember. But, we pulled a couple of massive signings. But the thing was, we didn't fix the underlying problems. When we signed Ozil, we had a creative midfielder in Santi Cazorla. What we really needed is a defensive mid and a striker. And a keeper. We really needed somebody, because we had lost Song. Not even that he was brilliant anyway. We still hadn't even replaced Patrick Vieira. We needed a defensive midfielder. And like I said, we needed a striker because we had the shitty version of Olivier Giroud playing, plus Lucas Podolski, who was like half centre forward, half winger. So that's really what we needed at the time. And when we signed Alexis, I suppose we kind of needed a winger. But then again, that was, just more for the pop. when really, like I said, we needed the DM. We needed other positions. So Arsenal have a history of going in and making big signings like that. We have pulled the odd good signing, but we haven't fixed the underlying problems. Now, in this case, we've signed Nicolas Pepe for £72 million, and this is like 7 years later. And yeah, yippee, Nicolas Pepe, brilliant player. But we need a centre back. We need a second right back. We need a left back. Possibly a backup keeper. You know, Nicolas Pepe doesn't fit the bill for any of those. So, again, it's the same thing. Arsenal making a big signing, but it doesn't fix the... well, I suppose we needed a winger, but really our defence was... But even if we didn't sign Pepe, we'd still have Bellerin and Kolasinac, from the fullbacks can provide width when need be, and Lacazette and Aubameyang marshalling the attack. So we'd still have a very, very good attack. Attack definitely good enough to get us in the Champions League. But the defence is still in utter shambles. You know, Ainsley Maitland-Niles, he's just got that clock off in him. He's a great player, but he's got that little split second where he can just clock off or make a mistake. And we've seen it against Barca. After the first 2 or 3 games, we've seen some shite defending. You know, Mustafi was on for about 5 minutes against Barcelona, and oh fuck, he's already lost. You know, that Suarez straight by him. You know, I feel like it would have been great. I'm really, you know, like I said, do not get me wrong. I'm really excited to have Pepe, but we should have, our first priority, if we're going to be spending £70 million. If we have £72 million to spend on one player, we could have signed De Ligt. Well, realistically, would De Ligt have come to Arsenal because we don't have Champions League? Yeah, I know. But you would have said the same damn thing about Pepe. You know? If we have that money, why didn't we sign a De Ligt? Why didn't we inquire for Harry Maguire? I mean, I wouldn't price him at £72 million personally. I wouldn't, let alone the 80, 90 that Leicester have been asking for. You know, or why didn't we push Bayern to try to get Sula or something, or maybe at least ruffle Napoli's feathers with Koulibaly, although that probably wouldn't have been enough. But, you know, these big name centre-backs, we could seriously use one. If, you know, it's not like, my message here to the Kronkes, what I'm trying to really get across is that essentially Arsenal have a precedent of making big signings, but we didn't fix the problems we really needed to fix. And at the end of it, we didn't really progress. Because before we signed Ozil, before we signed Alexis, we were finishing 4th. Or the odd little 3rd place every season. What happened after we signed Ozil and Alexis? We were still finishing 4th until the point where we finished 5th. And we finished 6th. So we didn't really progress. We just got a pop out of the fans for signings and got a couple FA Cups to increase Arsene Wenger's longevity and just keep a smokescreen around what really needed to happen. I think most fans would have known by around that season when we signed Ozil, that was really when we started saying, look, Wenger's past it. We respect you, man, but you're past it. And if Wenger could have said, you know, and if Wenger had left that season when we won the FA Cup, it would have been, he leaves on a high. He's given us a great player in Mesut Ozil, you know, and he's helped us get through that stadium transition. And we look at him as possibly the greatest manager ever. And nobody's got any negatives. We've all got the utmost respect. But he let the problem just get worse and worse and worse. He gave us 2 seasons outside of the Champions League. You know, well, we've got the underlying problems. And it just didn't work. It was poor. The fans were upset. And I had respect for Arsene Wenger. I didn't really come around as a Wenger out until about that season we finished 5th, I'd say. Or, yeah. So, and that's when I started to realise, like, you can't, it's just sentimentality has got to go out the window. We need results. And I think at this point, and that was just, we didn't really fix the problems. We just tried to get a pop out of the fans, like we said. And this case of Arsenal signing Pepe is, again, Arsenal were in dire straits. We're trying to pull something together out of our asses to pull off a miracle to finish like third or fourth so we can get Champions League or win the Europa League and something. And that's where, and we have a few problems we need to fix. We need the defense, so a centre back, a left back, a right back, and then we go and sign Pepe, who, although yes, we could use a winger, but really the defense is much more of a priority, and we could have used Saka, Nelson, Smith Rowe, who else have we got? Martinelli could play on the wing if, we needed him to. Or we could just play two strikers. So it wasn't the biggest priority in comparison. So this is and I've noticed the first couple of days I was excited. I'm sure every Arsenal fan was excited about Pepe. Is this just to get a pop out of the fans and try to give the Kronkes a little breathing space off of the Arsenal fans for a while? Or is this a genuine attempt to rebuild? And I hope that we can get Tierney over the line. I hope that we do get a centre-back over the line. I'd be personally looking at Jimenez, Kimpembe would be a pretty solid choice. Maybe we could pop in for Eric Bailly at Man United, especially if they're looking to sign Maguire. Bailly's not playing. You get a decent player in him. There's others out there too. I'm sure you could go, I don't know, De Vrij, or even go loan somebody from somewhere. Or Regani on loan is a pretty interesting option. Even if we got Umtiti on loan or bought him or whatever, there's not nothing massive and amazing, but there's some players we could get. You get one or two of those, and you're doing a solid job. So, and even after we signed Pepe, the biggest links I'm hearing, aside from the fact that we're closer to Tierney, that's dragged on for 1,005,000 years, is that we're looking to sign Coutinho on loan from Barcelona. Really? Coutinho? He's not consistent. He's good. He's a great player, but he's not consistent. And again, it doesn't fix any problems. So, thank you for I've been rambling on for a while, but basically I need to put a lid on this, otherwise I'm going to be here for 5 hours. Here is my message to Stan and Josh Kroenke and all the people at Arsenal kind of overseeing everything and the way this is happening. Thank you for the excitement of Nicolas Pepe. But we have problems we need to fix. The defense. And we as Arsenal fans know, because we've seen you try it, that getting one or two big players to get a pop is not going to satisfy us and is not going to keep us quiet. We want results. We want a team that can take us to the top four, that can win us the league title again in a couple of seasons. That's what we want. We do not want to be sitting around in the Europa League making the odd good signing. Okay? I do not want to go back down the road of we sign Ozil, we sign Alexis. Yeah, yippee. We got a couple of great players. Let's keep our mouths shut and not talk about Stan Kroenke at all, and we get absolutely nowhere. What good does signing one big player do if we concede another 50-something goals and we do a fourth season in the Europa League? What good does it do? Okay? We need defenders. Alright? I just named you options. I just said, the likes of Daniele Rugani, Kimpembe, Jimenez, Umtiti, De Vrij. You know, what else do you want? Seriously, Arsenal? Well, come on. Well, anyway, that's the end of what I had to say. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you leave a like, leave your comments down below, subscribe to AFTVAU. Comment on who else you think Arsenal should sign, and yeah, I'll catch you, I don't know, sometime soon.